Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will study the topic human resource development and the various subtopics related to it. That is overview of human resource development, philosophy and goals of HRD, HRD culture and climate, and the last topic that is HRD subsystem process mechanisms. So let's start with the video lecture. So first we will study HRD. So what is HRD? So development of the human resource is essential for any organization that would like to be dynamic and growth oriented. So unlike other resources, human resources have the rather unlimited potential capabilities to grow in an organization. So HRD is a concept which was first introduced by the Leonard Nadler in 1969 in a conference in US. So he defined the HRD as those learning experiences which are organized for specific time and designed to bring about the possibility of behavioral change. So this was the definition first given by the Leonard Nadler. So human resource development is a framework for helping the employees to develop their personal and organizational skills, knowledge and abilities. So it includes such opportunities as employee training, employee career development, performance management and development, coaching and mentoring, succession planning, key employee identification, tuition assistance and the organization development. So the focus of all the aspects of the human resource development is on developing the most superior workforce so that the organization and individual employees can accomplish their work goals in the service to customers. Now, it can be formal, such as the classroom training, a college course, or organizational plan change efforts, or it may be informal, such as an employee coaching by the managers. Now, next is the definitions of human resource planning. In the words of Professor T.V. Rao, so HRD is a process by which the employees of an organization are helped in a continuous and a planned way to acquire and sharpen the capabilities required to perform the various functions associated with their present and expected future roles, and also to develop their general capabilities as an individual and discover and exploit their own inner potentials for their own and for organizational development purposes. And the last one is to develop an organizational culture in which the superior subordinate relationship, teamwork and collaboration among the subunits are strong and contribute to the professional well-being, motivation and the pride of employees. So this was the definition given by the famous Indian scientist, that is Professor TV Rao. Now, the next is the goals of human resource development. Since the human resource development is a multi-purpose process, so it has the many goals. Few of them are, that is, it has the goal that is to prepare the employees to meet to the present and the changing future job requirements, to prevent the employee obsolescence, to develop the creative ability and talents, to prepare the employees for the higher level job, to impart the new entrant with the basic HRD skills and a knowledge, to promote the individual and the collective moral, a sense of responsibility and the operative attitudes and good relationships, to ensure smooth and efficient working of an organization, to provide the comprehensive framework for HRD, and last one, that is to enhance the organizational capabilities. So these are the goals of human resource development. Now the next subtopic is philosophy of human resource development. One of the important processes of human resource development is to bind together the organizational value and beliefs contributed to the organizational stability over the years. So every organization is guided by a set of belief or philosophy, whether formally stated or otherwise. So out of the several issues covered, the corporate philosophy significant people related issues are: first one is managerial effectiveness. So, managerial effectiveness should be maximized by having an involved, committed, and a highly motivated team. The team should be developed and sustained by acquiring the skills necessary to meet existing and a long term organizational need, and providing a favorable work environment, and consciously fostering an open, large, participative management style based on trust and cooperation. Now, the second one is good employer employee relations. Good employer-employee relation should be achieved and maintained through the regards of basic human value. So there are four major tenets which forms the core of philosophy of HRD. These are that is, the first one is that human assets are the most important assets in the organization. So it consists of human approach towards employees and creating a family culture in which then employees not only work but live to the ideals of the organization. Now the second one is quality. The ultimate gratification of the customer is only way towards the growth and prosperity. The quality of service is a major cornerstone of HRD philosophy. Now, the third one is integrity. So, another major philosophy which serves as a beacon to any organization is an emphasis on honesty and integrity for all its employees and associates such as the dealer, vendors, etc. Now, the last one is technology. So another organization must keep in a track with the latest technology, not merely for the sake of technology but as a mean for a better productivity and relief to employees. So this is all about the philosophy of human resource development. Now uh, n- next topic is HRD culture and climate. So HRD climate is very helpful in fulfillment of committed goals of an individual, organization, and society. It increases the capabilities and efficiencies of an individual and is likely to reflect itself in a long run in a well-being of an individual, reputation of institution, and ultimately the well-being of society. So there are the few definitions of HRD climate. First definition is given by Paine and Monsfeld in 1973. He viewed that HRD climate as a conceptual linkage between it is a conceptual linkage between organization and individual that intervenes between the specific situation, attributes or events, and individual perception, attitudes, and behavior. Now, the second definition is given by the Pritchard and Marasick in 1973. He defines that HRD climate as a relatively enduring quality of an organization internal environment and distinguish it from the other organization. Now, next we will study HRD culture. So every organization has some characteristics which are common with other organization, and some of the characteristics which have the unique set of characteristics and properties in the organization. So this psychological structure of an organization or the subunits are usually referred to as an HRD culture. So a definition of HRD culture given by Stephen P. Robinson in 1986 is that HRD culture is relatively uniform perception held in an organization. It has a common characteristics. It is a two common characteristic, that is it is descriptive, that is it can distinguish one organization from the other, and it integrates the individual, group, or organization system variables. Now, HRD culture is an basically the essential part which facilitate the HRD climate. So, HRD culture deals with a lot of extents. First one is openness, confrontation, trust, autonomy, proactivity, authenticity, collaboration, experimentation. So, this is known as OCTAPACE profile of an HRD culture and a climate. Now, thank you so much for listening it very patiently.